This video will be uploaded late because it's being recorded late because I absolutely forgot to do it. Because I was just getting into it, playing video games with my sister and her boyfriend and his nephew. Smash is very time consuming. So Thanksgiving was today. Had the festivities in the morning. People came over. We all ate together and it was family fun. And then I came over to my dad's house, which is where I am now. And that's cool. And then watching movies and shit, and playing Smash. Uh, Went out to Denny's. Had their we went to Denny's and we got their turkey and stuffing meal because for the breakfast we had for the family didn't even have turkey. We had ham and shit. Turkey's like a Thanksgiving thing, so we got that, and we got it, and there was like 5 left at the Denny's, and they were like, "Wow, good thing you ordered them now because we are almost out." So that was cool. It was very good. A lot of food. Very tired. Very full. It's just kind of how Thanksgiving works. But no, Thanksgiving is cool. Thanksgiving is very cool. I mean, this is how the last Thanksgiving went. Ended at least because we just played Smash because they actually got the Wii U Thanksgiving because it was on sale because the fucking crazy shit with the super early Black Friday thing where it's just Black Friday all week or whatever the fuck. So they were like, hey, Wii U and Smash Bros all day because my sister really likes Smash Bros, so it's just what they're playing. She's got some sort of board game thing which we're gonna play too. But yeah. I'm trying to figure when they got back because I don't know if it was completely their fault. Because I may have been watching TV and shit. Actually, I was playing around with Majora's Mask was the main distracting thing for the longest time because I had it was on my mind because my brother has his N64 out because he was playing Ocarina of Time a few days ago, and we have Majora's Mask, but we lost it. It was actually my copy. I may have mentioned this, but it was my copy because it was bought for me for my birthday, I don't know, a decade ago maybe. Probably not as much, probably not that long ago, but it was bought for me and it was mine, and now it's just gone. So no Majora's Mask on that, but I do have the 3DS one, so I was like, hey, maybe I'll do that. And then I was like, let's speedrun it. Because I watch Majora's Mask speedruns, or I used to at least, very, very frequently. I used to watch Majora's Mask speedruns, but I watched the regular one. I haven't seen any 3DS ones yet, but I looked into it, and the really fast ones are like, I don't know, hour 40 or so, which is I think is doable. I mean, whenever I play Faerun, I do the whole thing in one go, and I'm trying to speedrun that one kind of. Every now and then I'll just do it and get good at it, and that's about 2 hours or so. So if I can, learn the route and get good at it, I can probably do it in, 2.5 hours or so at the start, and then work it down and stuff like that. So now I'm just messing around with glitches and shit and learning how to actually play with the shit. And that's a lot of fun. I actually broke it. I broke the game once because I was doing. I don't remember what I was attempting. I think it was Weird B, where you can change what the B thing is by doing weird glitches with Epona, where you store your mask and then you try to get on Epona and then the mask goes off and then you get off it or whatever. And I was just messing around with that and I accidentally just started riding Epona and I was like, oh, look at me, I'm trying to ride Epona as Zora Link, and I realized that this is probably just ridiculous garbled mess for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about. But I will tell you one thing: the outro to every single one of these videos comes from Zelda, so you gotta know that I like it, and I'm gonna talk about it. So I was, Epona is the horse, by the way. I would get on the horse, and there's a transformation thing in this game, and there are 4 different transformations, or there are 4 different
There are 4 different transformations, but you're usually only supposed to be 3 of them. And then there's your regular form, and only your regular form can ride the horse. But as I just said, there was a way to get on the horse in the wrong form, and I started riding it, and the Link remained where he was, and then the horse kept going. So I was just the horse, and then I pressed A, and then Navi was like, "You can't do that," because whenever you approach the horse with a form that isn't, she's like, "You can't ride that. You're too big." Or you're too small, depending on whatever the fuck version or transformation you're on. So so I'm on the horse, or I'm not on the horse, because actually the Zora Link was left floating in the air, and I was just the horse roaming around, and then I had no way of getting off the horse or not being the horse. So I was then stuck as the horse, and I tried to go through a loading zone to see what would happen, and they don't work when you're just the horse. In this glitched state, I don't know what happens when you're trying to ride around with the horse normally, but in this glitched state, enemies are defeated. Nothing happens with grass, and you can't pick up anything, but enemies, when you trample enemies, they're defeated, and loading zones just do nothing. So I walk straight through the loading zones and then just see absolutely nothing. I can't just walk on forever, because there's invisible walls, but I can just look at nothing. I can stand behind the loading zone and just look at absolutely nothing. Which, believe it or not, is a thing that I've done before, because I've gotten out of bounds in the Snowhead area with a lot of snow or whatever, which is the Goron area, when I was just like riding around as the Goron, which lets you roll around in a ball, and if you like build up enough speed at one point you can, and I found this myself almost completely accidentally, and then I figured out how to do it pretty consistently. You can ram through this crack in the wall, and then if you jump at it right, you can land just behind the loading zone of the next area, and then you can just stand in absolute nothingness. And it's great. And I put that picture on my Miiverse, and then I put this other picture of Epona standing in nothingness again, except this time it's nighttime instead of a bunch of snow. So her just chilling out, and I put that on there. I didn't caption that one. The first one I captioned with Nirvana, A State of Nothingness. And then I didn't caption the other one. But I did save it to my phone, so now I have that. So now I have a horse just chilling in the darkness, because the night had changed, because there is a day-night cycle in this game, which is great. Best goddamn game in the world, Majora's Mask. Buy it, play it. Is a good game. The thing with speedrunning that, though, is it would just be a hobby, because, like, 3DS capture is just impossible. I know it's not actually impossible, but it's impossible for me with the amount of money that I have and the connections that I have, and that I don't have the connections. So I don't know anyone who would be able to help me install this thing if I decided to, or if I bought, or even if anyone sold the card separately. You can install it yourself if whoever's selling it is still selling it. I wouldn't try doing it myself, but I don't even think the guy, like, there's a guy you can just mail it to and he'll do it for you. I don't think he's working right now, and I think there are like other companies that'll do it, but they all cost money. It all costs money, and one that already has it done just costs money. So 3DS capture is no fun. I could just set up like a camera rig. If I did get really, really good at Majora's Mask 3D speedruns, then I would set up a camera rig. Or I would just practice some of the things, or just, because I do really like Majora's Mask, I could get the Wii Virtual Console version on the Virtual Wii on the Wii U, and then capture that. I think it's like $20 or something. That's probably, I think that's like the least laggy way to play original Majora's Mask. And of course there are differences between the original and the 3D version. A lot of the tricks are different and stuff like that. But as it turns out, they're about the same time. So if I wanted to do stuff like that, I was mostly just practicing the gainer for a really long time. There's this one trick where you do like a backflip, but if you do, if you target it like at the same time or whatever, you'll do a straight up backflip, and it allows you to gain extra height, because you can't jump in that game. There's almost no Zelda game where you can jump. Some of the some of the 2D games have like a wing thing where you can jump, but none of the 3D games you can jump in, just because jumping in 3D space is weird, except for, of course, any Mario games. 3D Mario games, that is. So you can't jump in Zelda games, but you can do backflips and side flips and things. But the gainer is a backflip that goes straight up, so you gain extra height, and you can grab onto ledges and things, and it allows for a lot of various skips and things. So I was practicing that, and that's, you know, how you skip some stuff during the first cycle and shit. So I've like kind of started a speedrun file thing, where it's just like, okay, I'll just do this thing, and I'll just follow the path and learn the tricks, just I won't constrain myself to actual timing or anything like that. And I probably never will until I get really good at all the tricks and know them and learn them and shit like that, and know the order of them and all that. Then I'll, you know, actually get a timer out and have some fun with it. But yeah. If I really do continue to do this, and I do think I want to learn more tricks and things just for fun, because, you know, they're all on websites and forums and things, and you just learn how to do some crazy shit and experiment and make some crazy shit of your own, see what happens. Because glitches are cool. I've also been watching a lot of Soreless Links, and he does these great playthroughs of really old games that are just littered with glitches, and he just shows off all of the cool glitches. And just, like, how to skip things or do things differently. And, like, he puts, like, constraints or like, sometimes it's a 100% if he just wants to show stuff off, but show off how to do cool stuff and show off, like, what's skippable and, like, how to get around cutscenes and shit like that. Because he hates cutscenes. Everybody hates cutscenes. And then, like, because it's cool because he shows off a lot of the cool glitch tricks that you would see in speedruns, but he also shows off the ones that you wouldn't see in speedruns. Like, the shit that just doesn't really improve your time at all. It just looks neat and just, like, makes things really weird. Like, he did an entire playthrough of Ocarina of Time doing all of the dungeons in reverse order. So he started with the last one and did all of them and then did the first one. I mean, you don't even need to beat all of the dungeons to beat the game. Ocarina of Time is so broken that there's a glitch that allows you to get to the end of the game from the very first dungeon. Like, the first dungeon, the portal out, if you do a certain thing, that portal out will take you to the very end of the game. And that's how people beat that game in, like, 12 minutes or something, which is ridiculous. And half of that time is just the cutscenes. But, so Ocarina of Time is very broken, and a lot of weird glitches and things, because it's an old N64 game. And that's just what happens. But Soreless Link's a cool guy. I wanna talk to him, hang out with him. He's a cool guy. That'd been fucking great to just get him on the show. Even though he has no idea who I am or what this is, I just talk to him about speedruns and glitches and things and shit like that. Because he used to speedrun, I think, Wind Waker, which is another one of my favorites. I don't know. I feel like at different times I've said that Wind Waker is my favorite and the Majora's Mask is my favorite, and they're both fucking fantastic. I love both of them. I don't know. It really just depends on the mood, whichever one I decide is my favorite, because they're just both favorite. So that's cool. Otherwise, yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be doing some Black Friday shopping probably. They already bought some shit, which is cool. What is this? Oh, okay. I was looking at my my watch and I was like, who the fuck is this? And then I remembered who it was. They wish me happy Thanksgiving, and that's cool. I gotta come up with some weird snarky comment or something, or not. I'll just be like, thanks. Gotta say it twice to make it nice. I do feel pretty bad about absolutely forgetting to record. I mean, I feel like I've done that before. I know I haven't done it in this season, but I've definitely done that before. It's almost always at my dad's house as well, because I just get so distracted and do shit here. Just, hang out with people, play games and stuff. Because, yeah, it's the fun thing to do. So fucking my sister's boyfriend's nephew His name's actually Zach, so that's cool. You know, Zach and Zeke. Like, that was cool. I don't know very much to say about that, I guess. But on Smash, just my name is Dillagaff, and then he's just Zach, so there's no confusion there. Except I always get confused on who's who, just because it's just my visual awareness is atrocious, and just moving objects, and I'll be like, oh, I'm moving in that direction, that must be me, and then I'll just jump off the edge. I was playing a bit with Dave earlier too. That was a lot of fun. But of course, the internet isn't terrible. But whenever you're playing online in Smash, there's going to be lag. It's not as bad as it was or could have been with the atrocious internet that we used to have. So that's fantastic. But there was still some lag, which was a lot of fun. We were doing the tree thing where you're both villagers and you plant a tree and then you cut down the tree and then you catch the tree and then you throw the tree and you catch the tree, and it was just really impossible with the lag because it's almost like you have a 2-frame window where if you activate your thing, you'll actually catch the thing. And then we just started fucking with each other, just like throwing out random things. Because we set our handicaps to 300% just so that the tree would insta-kill, but that also meant that everything would insta-kill, right? So when the tree drops, a little piece of wood breaks out, and if you pick up that piece of wood and you throw it at the other person, if they get hit with that piece of wood, they get launched off the stage because they already have 300% damage. So we were doing that. And like just throwing out other shit and just knocking each other off for the hell of it. And that was of course boatloads of fun. I don't know if he might still be busy with family to do that now. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing tomorrow. But yeah, I should get better at Smash. I should actually get Smash too, and stream that or something. I should stream more things. Like I think I can stream. Like I feel more confident in streaming than recording, just because recording has to like save shit to like the files and shit or whatever. My hard drive is atrocious. With streaming, it all goes through the internet and then it all just gets saved to the internet or whatever the fuck. So that's cool. I just feel like I've had more luck with streaming than just recording with the shit. But there's probably a few different ways I could work that out. If I did start doing something, I mean, like if we go out tomorrow, game in the Black Friday, if there are like deals and shit on games, if I can find a deal on Super Mario Maker, I would love to get that. Because I mean that's like $60 anywhere. GameStop, new it's $60 and used it's $55, and I'm just like, ugh, no. Like I have that money, but I don't want to use that money, right? I want to use that money on Christmas gifts and shit like that. Well, one Christmas gift, because we're doing Secret Santa, so I have one person to buy a present for, which I think I talked about, which is great. It's cool. I don't really know how long this video is, and I mean, like, it's already going to be late, so I might as well make it long. But I also just want to go back downstairs and see what everybody's up to. So I'm probably just gonna end it after this fight thing because I'll just be low on battle points, and yeah. The great thing about these videos is it's just always a toss up on how long they're gonna be. How anything about these videos is never really predetermined, which is great and a lot of fun, I think. Just personally, one of the great appeals of this is that you can never really expect anything from me, just besides incoherent rambling. But then sometimes, there are some videos where I'll stick to one topic or just tell like a really long story or something like that. But most of the videos are like this. It's just the topics are always just whatever the fuck. Yeah, I think we're at like 20 minutes or something. If we're at like 15, I apologize, but I just don't care. Take care of yourself.